welcome to Black Hole League Week 4 recap. Yes, we're a little behind, been busy doing some new stuff. We just launched our podcast and had to have recordings and stuff lined up with those, the interview guys. We were just a little behind, but we plan to get back on schedule for Week 5. Should still be dropping Thursday, and then so on and so on. We'll be back to dropping, should be back to dropping on Saturdays. But we'll get back into the Week 4 recap. I was going to combine the two, but for those of you who might not want to listen all the way through, I didn't know how long it'd be. This is going to be more of a quicker one. I'm by myself right now. Didn't have nobody else to really do it with. I just wanted to get it done and over with. So we'll just jump right on into it. Alright, let's see what we got here. I ain't even gonna lie, don't really have any fun facts for Week 4. It's going into Week 6 now, so you can imagine. It's just a lot's happened. But we're still gonna do the recap. So, alright, game 1, we got Stay Down and 7 Days Esports. 7 Days Esports is disbanded. They're being replaced in the future. Just a heads up. We just kind of leave teams there because it's easier with the schedule. I mean, I know it's kind of cheese and whatnot, but it just makes it easier than having to find somebody else for that team to play sometimes. But yeah. So that's really much that. I don't even know. The dude, they technically didn't even drop out. The dude, I don't even know if they're 7 days anymore, but the dude just left the server and his team really didn't know. So, whatever. We got game 2. We got BH Armani versus Baja. Alright, that was a quick 7-0 for Armani. You know, Baja, they're not. I don't know how to really classify them because sometimes they seem pretty decent, and then other times they get like what you see right here, 7-0. Really, that game to stand out on Armani would be at Sudo with a 10-3, and then only got positive on Baja would be Ripper 13609 6-6, and I mean that's breaking even, so not really positive. Really, the only thing I really see here, maybe one guy on Baja can get some kills, whatever. I don't even remember that game was streamed. It was just, yeah, not it for Baja. So maybe they're a little low D2, D3 team. Let's see. Next game we have Alchemist, BH Alchemist versus Ovo. Well, as we all know, Ovo officially disbanded. They're in their last league finals. I think they made Catalyst free finals. You know, love or hate them, I got no disrespect. They've been nothing but great to me. I wish them well on their ventures. Hope they win their very last league. It'd be kind of a cool story. We'll see how it goes. I know Alchemist, they've only got to play one game. It's just unfortunate. That's part of the reason, like, I don't really agree with doing a league with this many. It was cool to do, like, I think 39. Probably could have had closer to 40 if I waited a little longer. And teams, but it's like you got so many other teams that you're so unsure about. Alchemist has just figured that out the hard way. The only team they've actually played was Wild Boys CC, and you can imagine how that went. They're probably one of the top 3 teams in console, so yeah, that'll give you a little input on how that necessarily went. But next game we got Bagels versus, let me shout out the org. Double OG Bagels, 7-0 against Lightwork. So Lightwork is a newer team that's I don't know much about. I think they're tournament guys that come to leagues. I'm really not sure. But let's see. Sorrow. Oh wow, Sorrow had a legacy 11-3 game. Probably won't see that again. Euros 10-4. Nobody else on Bagels really stood out this game. 7-0, so great teamwork either way. um, Enemy team, light work, it looks like only Stealth and XWQSZ, whatever that is. Only ones that got above 2 kills. Once again, not a stream game. My thing would probably be teamwork failed. I mean, usually if you get 7-0, there's no coordination on your team. Most teams can at least pull around unless the team's just that much better. Oh, upset of the week right here. Team Forever took down the Senate. Uh, this is huge because the Senate has been dominating lately. I mean, they've been beating top teams, and then they lose to someone like Forever. Did I say Fever earlier? Well, it's Team Forever. It just looks like Fever to me. I don't know why, but it's kind of huge because I think they just beat 5.2 in another league, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, they're giving. Yeah, I think they did. They're giving teams, high teams, good teams, run for their money. Then apparently talking to Square, they were, not taking a serious trolling around, and it just shows what I always say: what happens, anything can happen. I'll put it that way. Especially if you're gonna troll around and the other team gets momentum. Siege is heavy on momentum, so I'll just put it to you that way, man. Anything can happen. Let's look at this scoreboard real quick. I mean, we got AAA at 13 and 10, Squared at 10 and 7. Okay, so this is pretty much their starting roster that they beat top teams with, I believe. Pancake, Squared, Trip, Furion, and Avara, whatever. And then over here on Forever side, Chaotic Sand, 14 and 6, Pinner, 10 and 8. So I mean, really, I think that was a slap in the face. I actually think Forever came back that game. It was streamed, but it's been a minute since I watched it. Like I said, this was like 2 weeks ago. But I want to say that Toy Chuck Forever got to be like the most random goated name. But I want to say Forever was down that game a good little bit. Next game, BH Euphoria versus Passion Team. Euphoria 7-0 Passion Team. Their second 7-0 in a row, second or third. Honestly, they got an easier first half of the schedule. We'll see if they can keep the momentum the second half. So, Passion Team, they're really just like a group of friends in a sense. I think Square talked about them in the last week's recap when we brought him on. I believe they're just like some of his friends, and they're just learning the game. Like they're like low D3. So I mean, 7-0 is kind of expected here. On Euphoria, we got Lonely Evil, 13 and 3. Really only standout player. Passionate and terrible. We got Izue, 6 and 7. More passionate at 7 and 7. I mean, and terrible. Next game we got Double OG Synergy Monarchs. I think they're actually just Monarchs now. I gotta fix that. They've went against No Limit Gang. Shout out Twin. Yeah, Twin lost 7-2. We got some screenshot dodgers. Go figure. It's like you dodged a screenshot. We already know you did ass. So what's the point? Like, to me personally, screenshot dodging is just stupid. I mean, have I done it? I guess, but it really wasn't dodging a screenshot. I was just mad. But yep, calling the kettle black. But the ones who do it regularly, that's a little weird. NLG screenshot dodging is actually kind of wild because they're consistently not the best. So, but we got Diabolical Hater on Monarchs. It's 15 and 5. That's a 3.0 KD right there. And NLG, yeah, not looking like anybody went positive. 2 and 8, 5 and 9, 2 and 9. Yeah, I can see why. Yeah, NLG just needs to get their stuff together. Monarchs isn't a bad team. They're actually, I think they're classifying themselves as D1 right now. We'll see, but they're doing pretty good. Yeah, next game we got BHAOT versus Wild Boys Synergy. So fun little history about this game. I believe this is one of the only teams to beat current Synergy is AOT. Granted, I don't know if this was their exact starting stack. I mean, this game was great. Like it went 8-6 overtime. And asking me how the hell AOT pulled it off, I don't know. But like I said, unfortunately, little foreshadowing, AOT disbanded. Um, so yeah, there's that. FE's now going to Void, I believe. But yeah, this game, one of the only teams to beat this current Synergy. So we'll see how it goes. We got Piston Cup on AOT dropping 20 and 6. That's over 3.0. We got 11 and 11. We got 11 and 13, 5 and 10, 6 and 10. In Synergy, we got a 15 and 12 by Popify. Erpin, I guess, 15 and 8, 7 11, 6 11, 7 11. Man. So I mean, as you see, this is definitely pretty much 2 to 3 people this game for really making them frag plays. Alright, next up we got Voltage versus Alchemist Academy. Got some screenshot dodgers again. Wow, Flaxy was in this game. Typical 3 and 8 Flaxy. Alright, so yeah, Voltage won 7-2. Voltage isn't a bad team. Alchemist Academy, they're actually not as bad as I thought they would be. I think honestly, if they play with a little less ego, they'd be pretty decent. Like to me, it's just a bunch of like think they're fraggers or fraggers, however you want to word it, just playing and not really team basing the game. Because I mean, they haven't done terrible this game. Yeah, it looks like they did pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Calling it your bad, 15 and 5. Pickles 8-3. I main Doc 6-4. Sales 7-4. Smutty 3-6. Over here on Alchemist Academy, the only guy I see positive is XG Salty at 9 and 7. The rest are 3-8, 2-9, 2-8. So yeah, pretty bad game. Not gonna lie. Double O Void took down Miami Neon via forfeit. Neon, they say they're not disbanding, which is good because Neon's just one of those teams. Like I feel like everybody kind of has respect for it. They keep it going. I think they just cut down on their leagues and are only playing certain leagues. If I understand correctly, that's what Watson told me. Is a lot of them just don't play like that anymore. Rather they do a rebuild. I don't know what's gonna go on there, but you know, we'll see. Don't want to see them go. Don't want to see them go. They're pretty fun to watch, even if they don't win right now a whole lot because they don't play that. They're fun to watch. Next game we got Wild Boys CC versus Fatality Gaming. Of course, CC won 7-1. Yeah, we expected that one right there. Some people say Fatality's not bad. I don't know. This isn't the roster that I like. When they first rebranded, they were actually doing good. I don't know if that's the same roster. I didn't really keep up with it, but judging by their roster changes and half merging with Santos, whatever the hell that was, I don't even know. I don't keep up with it. Whatever, I don't know. But they haven't really impressed me that well so far up front. So I don't know. But here we got CC. We got Kexan 14 and 4, Stargazer 9 and 3, Abolish 7 and 3, Vizsla 6-4, Saizi, I don't know, Salazi, I don't know what he's trying to do there. 1 and 3. He got the time to figure out. So you see they're pretty consistent. Like, let's see over on the Fatality side. Yeah, it was 2 people. Next 7 and 7, which is Runner, I believe, and Senda 6 and 8. And then the next 2-7, 2-7, 0 and 8, which that Threnody, whoever that was, yeah, but he might hopefully do better in the coming games. Cause yeah, 0 and 8, that Flaxy could at least get a kill, bro. Next game we got actually a little, well, given Kingdom's roster, it's not surprising, but it kind of is. BH Kingdom versus NLG Dream, which NLG Dream allegedly isn't an academy team for NLG, but Jesus Christ, they play like this sometimes. Kingdom won 7-0. I got no words for Dream. The couple games I played with Dream, it's just low IQ, low game IQ, and at least for the guy that wants people that want to IGL it, they just really act like they know what they're talking about. That's all I really got for that. Kingdom only plays in BH. I think he goes under PR for other leagues. But in you know, in the league we're a little looser on double rosters this season. Was just trying to attract more teams. So that's why Kingdom's in here. So like I said, the rosters actually, you got Effie, you got Metro Aerial, you got Ploxy, Pixel. So you got some old AOT guys. You got PWP. Effie 9-3, Xenobra 9-0, Ploxy 8-1, Pixel 5-3, and then Metro 4-5. So pretty much a dominating game for Kingdom. Not gonna lie. Dream, not a single person went positive. I ain't even gonna name drop. Four decides to put the screenshots in here. He puts them in here, and we got just 4-7, 2-7, 2-7, 1-7, 1-7. So yeah, couldn't do shit. All right, here we go. We got the next game, 5.2 versus F2 Revolt. F2 is one of them teams, man. I love to see him, love to watch him. Stingray, one of the chillest dudes I've ever met. I can't even lie. The dude's super chill. Him and Trippin, gotta be two of my favorites. I mean, literally had minuscule issues with. But 5.2 took this game home. 7-2. Stretch, cool guy. I don't think, no, he didn't play this game. 5.2 is one of them weird teams that they play like they want. Like, if they would actually take comp more seriously, I think they'd definitely be a lot harder to take than people give them credit for. But, you know, of course, instead of winning money and shit, they'd rather sit there and look at the number count on their rank, which benefits them in no way, shape, or form. I think only 2 of them are streaming, so whatever. Extinction 8-3, Tom the Bomber 9-4, Zimby 8-7, Physics 5-9, Mr. Snipe 5-5 on F2. Stingray 5-7, Bulls 9-6, Pinner 5-7, Giovanni 4-7, and King Trippin 3-8. Suki, no screenshot was captured for this next game. Suki Gaming versus Washed, 7-0. Like I said, I made Washed. It's just a fun trolling team for people who don't really play the game. Yeah, because we're only in the Black Hole leagues. We're in MPL. We did just take over a little late in the thing, but we did take over Catalyst MPL. So it's now BH MPL, and you can do PC and console play together. It's actually doing pretty well. It's gained about 120 members since we took over. But yeah, Suki 7-0 Washed. Bad, we should have had some rounds, but we had like 3 or 4 subs. It was bad. We're not built to win anyway. Alright, next game. Ferocious Femboys versus Wild Boys Nova. Ferocious Femboys took the win home 8-7. Again, we got some screenshot dodgers. But Uwu Network 19-5. Oh yeah, we got one standout player. The next highest kills on that team was Y Creed, whatever, 9-5. So you see a 10 kill difference there. Over there on Nova, we got, I'm guessing that's Lakin, I don't know, 11-8, Omelet 5-7. So you see, for as close as that game was, that guy who's dodged better be higher. Or the guy who dodged Ferocious better be lower. This 11-5-5-2, 19-9-5-4. That just don't add up. To go 8-7. It had to be some objective playing and some failing on that end. Yeah, next game, E3 Academy wins via forfeit. Dark Esports, Team Gray, Team whatever that sorry ass team is. They're respectfully to the dude. He's been pretty chill, but I don't know. That whole org team needs to get their shit together. It took him out. I got tired. Like he scheduled the games, banned the maps, and just never show up. And it's like that's the most annoying thing you can do. Just say you're not gonna show up, dude. Honestly, it's a waste of time. Waste everybody's time. I think they forfeited 5 times and did map bans all 5 times. It's pathetic. Irritates me. Sorry, I'm not here to be kind and nice to everybody all the time. I'm gonna give my opinion, but that's what I'm gonna do. And you got something to say? DM's always open. Go ahead. I'll enjoy it. I'll eat it. Next game we got Wild Boys Pizza with Pineapple versus 7 Days Hand Cam Nation. Oh well, previously Santos. Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't really care. I'll keep my personal opinions to myself. PWP taking home the win 8-6. Standout players on PWP. We actually got 3 people did pretty good. Metro 12-10, Phantom Bride 13-9, Donut 12-10. Donuts I think is fairly one of their more consistent players if I stand corrected. Effie, what you doing over there with Hand Cam Nation? But anyways, over there on HC Nation, we got Effie 17-12. Dude just went over there and showed he didn't belong in that little team. Next 11-10. SSX1, whoever the hell that is, 8-10. Asian, well, Asane. I don't know what the hell he's trying to do there. I don't know if he knows he misspelled it, but 9-9. Hay Flat 6-11. Final game. I might be missing a game for week 4. I'm not real sure. I got the standings completely up to date, but I wasn't sure if I was missing a game. But YN defeats Blood Ravens 7-0. We expected from Blood Ravens. I mean, come on now, it's Blood Ravens. Nothing really special over there in Blood Ravens water. They're not even drinking the good juice. They're just kind of, nah. Let's see. Really, everybody should have been a standout player on YN, and it looks like it except for grappling. We got YN drop 9-4, Defrags 9-1, Lovian 7-2, L Canadian 8-2, grappling 2-1. It's like either you just played hard anchor and never found nobody. I don't know how you're 2-1. We'll take that as the answer though. Excuse me. Over there on Blood Ravens, I'm that guy. 4-7. Flash X-Ray 3-7. Ghostbleed 1-7. Wexu 1-7. OP Chip 1-7. So clearly we can see at least some of these one guys seem to play more objective and support than the 3 guy. No hate, but at the end of the day, y'all just didn't even win a ram. Y'all killed enough people to win 2 rounds out of this. So yeah, we'll put it that way. Yep, that's Blood Ravens for you. Anyways, that concludes all the weeks. Oh, if y'all want to know the current standings, I'll go ahead and give them to you. This is going to be including week 5, by the way. So you'll go ahead and get the complete up-to-date standings while you're listening to this. It's because I don't have like the week 4 standings. But in Solar Division, okay. So first off, I want to say we realized the forfeit thing. So next season we plan on doing more punishing towards forfeit losses specifically because it just seems to be it's only -1. I might take it down. I might just be a dick, put it at -5 just because, hey man, you want to forfeit, it's really gonna hurt you. Just because I'm that guy. But no, anyway, for real, we're gonna do some tweaking in the points next season. It's already over halfway, so I was like, doing this, I'd have to change everybody's score, and that's just a lot of work for only 1 or 2 people complaining right now, if 2. But over here in Solar Division, we got Euphoria on top, 4 wins, a 4-foot win, 21 round point differential. So I think that's 3 7-0s they had. and 18 total points. We got Suki Gaming. They somehow pulling through. Don't know how. Dude's chill, but a pain in the ass to get a hold of. But they got 2 wins, 1 forfeit win, 2 losses, +8 round differential, 14 points. We got Wild Boys Alpha Sigmas in third, 2 wins, 1 forfeit win, 1 loss. I think they had a bye week last season. Yeah, they did. But +3 round differential, 10 points. Wild Boys CC were at 2 wins, 1 forfeit win, 1 forfeit loss. And that forfeit loss is why they're not third. They're at 12 round differential, 9 points. And we extended the playoffs to top 5 teams versus top 4. So now Double O's Monarchs is now in. But NLG is right behind them. But in point differential, they're way different. So Monarchs is 2 wins, 1 forfeit win, 1 forfeit loss, 1 loss, 7 point differential, 9 points overall. And then NLG is at 2 wins, 1 forfeit win, 2 loss, -5 round differential, and 9 points overall. So as you see, they'd have to win a game and Monarchs lose a game, or take a forfeit win to be ahead. So yeah, I'm not gonna read the entirety of the list, just because some of these teams just really don't stand a chance. And we got some teams that filled in. So Void Division top 5, we got the Senate. They would be undefeated, all wins, had they faced, or had they beat Forever. I always want to say Fever. They're at 4 wins, 1 loss, 15-point round differential, and 16 points overall. So yep. Kingdom second place. They got 3 wins, 2 forfeit wins. So +12 round differential, 15 points overall. Double OG Bagels, stunning team right now. In my opinion, they're doing pretty good. But 3 wins, 1 forfeit win, 1 loss, 13-point round differential, 14 points overall. So you see Void's pretty close in the point margin, whereas Solar, only really 2, 3 teams are close. Because look, the next one's right here. F2 Revoked, 2-2, 2 wins, 2 forfeit wins, 1 loss, 4-point round differential, 12 points overall. So 12, 14, 15, 16. So it's like one game could make or break these Void shakeups right now. Even in the lower bracket, then Armani holds the 5th spot at 3 wins, 1 forfeit loss, 1 loss, 8 points round differential, 11 overall. So 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. So one game can really shake up the seeding there. Even like right here, PWP is 9 points overall. 5.2 is 8 points overall. The forfeits are really kind of what's hurting people right now. So that's why I said we're gonna do some tweaking on that a little more, because there are some teams you would expect to see there, but it just seems like sorry about that. My headset died, but we're back. It didn't even give me a low battery warning. That's crazy work. But anyways, like I said, we're gonna work on the points, but this was expected with all these teams. Like I said, I'm not probably doing paid only next. Well, I am doing paid only next season. Probably just gonna invite more active, better teams. Cause I mean, you got teams like Alchemist over here. Oh, I don't think I updated there. Yeah, I don't think I updated theirs. Anyway, it's just showing they only got 3. I gotta figure that out. Anyway, Galaxy Division, number 1, we got Void. 9-point round differential, 12 points overall. Ooh, this is a close division too. Voltage, 8-point round differential, 12 overall. So 1-point round differential separates them. Stay down. Been pretty impressive so far. Um, Negative 1 point round differential. That one game they lost, it kind of hurt them. And then 12 points overall. So 12 points overall. Synergy, 8 point round differential, 11 points overall. So you're seeing where it's one game. Team must. Oh, who is it? Oh, this is 7 days. They were top, but I don't know how this new replacement team form is gonna be. So they might not stay there. But they're at 13 point round differential, 10 overall. YN might come in and take that at 7 point round differential, 10 overall. We'll see how that play. They should, but I don't know how this replacement team's gonna work out, good or bad. But we'll figure out come the most current up to date week. Like I said, all this is up to date to week 5, except this one game. Who do I got in here that's not adding up? Alright, well I'll figure this out. Anyways, we'll see you come week 5 recap. Thank you for tuning in. If you're tuning in, also go check out the Old Heads podcast, episode 1, Stretch, first episode. It's doing really good so far. Really great feedback. Um, so yeah, hopefully this keeps going strong, and we'll catch y'all next time. Till then, toodles.